Hi people, it's me, Anja. My pronouns are she and her, and welcome back to my channel for a new video. First of all, happy Pride Month. Second of all, the first book on this list is called All Year of Maybe. This book is a YA contemporary following a pair of best friends who are both Jewish, and one of them is also bisexual. After a kidney transplant between the two of them changes everything. I hope that makes sense. Basically, one of the main characters donates her kidney to her best friend, the other main character. So basically, this book is so good. I know I talk about Rachel and Solomon all the time, and fairly recently as well, because I just read See You Yesterday, which was so good. Her books have always been so consistently so good, and this book was absolutely no exception. And honestly, I think this book is one of her more underrated books, although all of her books are underrated, except not really Today, Tonight, Tomorrow. I feel like everybody talks about that book. But anyway, the point is, this book was so good. First of all, the queer and Jewish representation was literally so well done, and the Achillean romance was so cute, so well developed, and absolutely so fluffy. The plot was so intriguing and so engaging. The two main characters themselves were both so well developed and so distinct, and I literally loved their friendship so much. This book is so good, and like I mentioned, it's so underrated. So with that, I would highly recommend it. The next book on this list is called Anna on the Edge. This book is a middle grade contemporary following a young, non-binary Jewish main character as they navigate their identity. This book is so good, and it's absolutely so well done, and so timely and so necessary, because I know that there's so many young people out there who can really resonate with the main character, and we love to see it. That's why representation is so important, and that's why it matters literally so much. But even aside from the great representation, the plot itself was so engaging and absolutely so intriguing. The characters were so well developed and so distinct. The friendships were so lovely and so well done. The family dynamics were so great. The ice skating elements were literally done so well. This book is absolutely so good because it's so heartwarming and it's so well written and it's so timely and it's so important. And it's absolutely so wholesome and literally so well done in every single element. Literally, I love this book so much because it's so good. And this author is literally so talented, and I will gladly continue to support them in the future because their writing is so good. So anyway, with all of that said, I would definitely highly recommend this book. The next book on this list is called The City Beautiful. This book is a YA historical fantasy that follows a young Achillean Jewish main character as they are possessed by the ghost of their best friend, and it's set against the backdrop of Chicago's World Fair in 1893. This book is so good, and it really amplifies my expectations for the author's next book, which I believe comes out at the end of this year in September or August or October or something like that. But anyway, this book is so good. It's absolutely so awesome. If you didn't know, historical fantasy is my favorite subgenre of historical fiction and fantasy, since historical fiction and fantasy are two of my three top favorite genres next to contemporary. Which is funny that urban fantasy is not one of my favorite subgenres of fantasy, since urban fantasy is a blend of contemporary and fantasy, which are also two of my favorite genres. But anyway, the point is, this book was so good. First of all, the world building was so vivid, and it was so well done. It was literally brought to life so well. The characters were so well developed and so distinct. The queer and Jewish representation was so lovely. The plot was so thrilling and it was absolutely so intriguing. The Achillean romance was literally so well developed and so lovely. This book deserves all of its hype and so much more. So with that, I would highly recommend it. Speaking of urban fantasies, the next book on this list is called From Dust Aflame. This book is a YA contemporary fantasy following a young sapphic main character as she must uncover and unearth all her family's secrets in order to save everybody she loves, including herself. This book is so good. First of all, the Jewish culture and history really seeped through the pages and made the story come to life so much more. Second of all, the world building was literally so well done, and it was so vivid. The plot was so intriguing and so engaging, and absolutely so thrilling. The characters were so well developed and so distinct. The platonic sibling relationship between the main character and her brother was literally so well developed and so lovely, as well as the sapphic romance. It was literally so cute, and it was so well developed and so lovely. This book is literally so underrated, and for what? It deserves so much more hype, because it's literally so good in every single element. The romance, the friendships, the family dynamics, the plot, the characters, the world building, literally every single element about this book is literally so well developed. So anyway, with all of that said, I would definitely highly recommend this book. The last book on this list, and certainly not the least because I've talked about this book a multitude of times, is called Almost Flying. This book is a middle-aged sapphic contemporary that follows a young girl on a roller coaster road trip who discovers that she's also on an emotional roller coaster as she discovers that she likes her friend as more than just a friend. This book is so good, and it's absolutely so wholesome, and it's so fluffy, and in that way, it's so necessary, and it's so timely for so many young queer people out there. You know what I mean? Young queer people need to know that there's queer joy for them in the future, and books like these are so important in that sense. This book was so good. First of all, the sapphic romance was so cute. It was absolutely so lovely. The Jewish representation was absolutely so wonderful. The plot was so intriguing and it was so engaging. The family dynamics were so wonderful and they were absolutely so well developed. This book is so good, and I'm absolutely so excited for the author's next YA book, which I believe comes out in November, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, this book is so good, and it's absolutely so awesome. So with all of that said, I would definitely highly recommend this book. So, in conclusion, happy Pride Month, and if you enjoy this video, please don't hesitate to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below the green heart emoji if you made it all the way to the end of the video. Thanks for watching, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!